Inclusion versus inclusivity, it was a very, very important subject for Benjamin Zephaniah. All his life he fought passionately to make sure that we had a society where people, whoever, any individual had the right to be, to exist and be whatever he was. Whether mentally disabled, physically disabled, whether blind, whether dark-skinned, light-skinned, whatever sort of person it was, that person should have his or her place in society, and that was absolutely vital to him. Now, it was quite interesting to see from Billy's poem that little gazelle boy who was accepted by a society, the herd of gazelles, immediately, regardless of what he was a man, was, or at least they tried to drag him with nets and guns and planes, because it's a true story, it really happened. And the little boy hid underneath the gazelle so they couldn't find him, they couldn't see him with their planes, and he could live the life he chose to live. That's part of inclusion and inclusivity, because Benjamin, that's a poem by Billy, but Benjamin also wrote his poem about inclusion and inclusivity. He tackled the subject of health, mental health, psychological health. And to help us understand that today, we have a wonderful young man again after Christian. We've got our friend Alex Murdoch, who is the Mad Poet. That's what he calls himself. There you go, Alex, please.
How are we doing, everyone? Greetings, greetings. I remember for a long time, I was the shyest person I know. And you never caught me, you would never catch me close to a stage or expressing myself to that nature. No way. And, I chose not to express myself of sorts for a long time, until I was around 13, which was the time I developed writing, started to write poetry. And if I recall correctly, that's around the time Benjamin got kicked out of school and unable to read or somewhat express yourself. And just reading about stuff like that, just understanding, it made me realize, what art or poetry had done for me over the years. So, I've got two pieces for you. Perhaps we can take this journey together. This one's called Poetry Raised Me. Pulling chains and making gains. But if the chains remain, will I still be the same? Am I meant to be? Is this what evolution is supposed to be? Talking to the wall like the callus got a hold of me. Wearing out at the front so I turn to the side of me. Like the sneaker maker got me tweaking between the lacing, like the last of my greatness is hidden between these fabrics. But the more I keep taking, the more the world keeps shearing. What if the night is supposed to be dark so I can see the light? What if the moments I discard were meant to lead me forward so I keep on jumping like a mountain had a hidden fountain? Even though the chins and sit-ups comes with new rust and hiccups, the morale is in the face, so I'm throwing grace in my face. In the mirror looking at me, pondering my greatest matrimony, like scars come to life like a comatose patient, praying for the relent to never take a stench, hoping to never pause in the moments, get caught sharing. Hustle, hustle, got me in a trance, tweaking between these moments, let the particles percolate like Murdoch with the Percocets. Widen out like I've never been senseless, callous with a starch press,
Throwing Febreze on these lines so they stay fresh, like an iron for mine. If it means I stay in the moment, then crooked with the fluent, like my mind got me seeing cold times as the homeless. They said Brenda had a baby, but what's life worth if there's nobody to save me? Save yourself, rude boy, for the only thing worse is living on your knees. Cracking the puzzle with poetry, for art has always made me a better me. Draining nutrients and planting seeds like I'm looking after my own grave, see? Predicting my energy like the next one will fix me mentally. Growing in the torment for the only way is through, see? Growing candid with these bars like time comes with a lock and key. Then throw truthfully in my rhymes, now you see. Reactive got me on orange, now I'm planted like a rhyming tree. Poetry made in the belly, it helped raise me. Forced me into manhood like discipline and stop being lazy. Though I could never knock the crazy. For it helped me find the amaze you see, now I wear it like a tiger Superman cloak that I call word mastery. Thank you. Just to allude a little bit about me, so I actually work in mental health, which somewhat, some of the things I speak about is to do with the mind and some of the experiences I've had to witness people going through a lot of things. I work with a lot of schizophrenics, drug abusers and different things of that nature. So I seek for firsthand to see what, a damaged mind can go through. So Benjamin was always big on speaking for other people, and that's something I've grown myself to do my best to be about. And so a lot of the pieces I write sometimes is just to speak for people that can't speak for themselves. I remember the first time I wrote this book and I wanted to get it out, but I didn't know how. And a friend of mine, he showed me Benjamin's his TV show where he had poets coming on to perform and just different things. And he's like to me, listen man, you start performing, you get on this place, and you can blow up. So I was just like to him, all right. So that was my inspiration to start performing my poetry. So before then, it was just me just writing it and just putting it in a book. So because of that, I thought, you know what, let me share something else. And a poetry piece that speaks for people. Question, does anybody here overthink sometimes? Yeah, so I sort of, the inspiration was to sort of this monster, put a face to this monster of overthinking and the plight of a lot of people, well, everybody really. And from what I see in mental health and what people go through. So this one's called Deadline, and the idea is that, you have a phone call, you're trying to make a phone call to save yourself, but the line's dead. So nobody to save you but yourself, right? Unpacking my mind, feeling like I'm throwing the world on its head. Though I never brain it, but I seldom suffer from dreamer's paralysis. For the constant betwixt my analysis makes me prone to word comatosis. Now I'm stuck in a horrible place, fearing the days I could never again tongue twist. As I persist, the times are like a bind in the mind, like chains they exist. The excess baggage not to move like radio waves. I'm stuck like a rat in a trap, except I'm my own lab rat. Running from the craven ways, I'm eager to pave, looking through my mind's window like save me. In the midst of the cane, driving me insane like sugar and pain, tea. trying for the life of me but could not unshackle from the tree. The brain see but the body don't trust until I can free me. To make light was to take flight and end up with internal mistrust. I am fallen to dust as a moth to light with lethal burns like Icarus. Growing pus in chest, fearing the days it makes a mess. Now to have me brainless, pulling chest, hoping for the best, for only the best of me can overcome, see. Research like a library, life got me seeking ambitions of a griot, see. Looking to flee, but it was my destiny to get the best of what life has for me, got me swallowing words of stoicism. Jittery in the process, now I decide to let the noise in. Poignant in the moment like the walls of Troy, my mind is prone to be impregnable. Then like a table, open up and give back like I have black beauty in the stable. Perhaps it was my perception at times, timid and dark, thus words are not stable. Throwing shades like I have barbed wire and cables. Sabotaging like a mirage, pushing to the forefront like soldiers in the midst of Sarge. Brain scar for to cultivate is next to heart, make the world come to life like a lava aftermath. Throwing shades, but these diamonds shine bright, trunk tight and ever might. If you ever wonder what I write, all I have to do is highlight. These words are like the sonnets out the trunk, throwing funk in the middle like a man taking a dump. Just gore it in a hurry if my mind decides to scurry. Trust and worry dissipates in the process if these moments decides to probate. I can't even relate if all you have to say is hate, if all you have to say comes with a sorrowful taint. For these times are like the last life or the cruelest vent. Quick to punch, leave the chest in the absence of lunch. The aneurysm doesn't hesitate to spasm. The pain is unlike you can imagine. I'll spend, if it be the last of my days, paving ways, irrespective of the pain that sprays. For to sleep on life is an even greater pain. Have me trapped in regrets, wearing the sweetest maims. Like Jesus with a peace until it gets to release. Now I'm all that feels good, all I got to do is free them. Peeping the truth like preachers peeping next weekend. Yes, I see them, but I would never want to be them. Never drop my guard for these words, hit with a meaning. Now what you just experienced is merely a warning. The next is pure meth, thus it may take your breath. Just pure meth like my name was death. Rising to the times like it comes with piles of smiling. Jogging for Mars then. Now watch Dr. Death pull his pen and make his next incision.
Deadline. Thanks so much.
It's quite a challenge, isn't it? That Daddy works with mental health, and actually just the delivery, just the fact that he's able to bring it like that. I also love the music, the rhythm. We just had the djembes, and then we have Alex coming on the stage, and you can tell he starts talking and bringing them. That's fascinating. I loved it. Thank you so much, Alex. Give him another round of applause, please. Now, we could talk forever about inclusion and inclusivity. I have